When you come together to do something, you ought to remain together. That committee of artists that come together to support black artists in trouble, they should remain together because the black artist is always in trouble. 365 days a year. You should come together and publish your own books, and put out your own newspapers, to produce your own plays, to open your own clubs to play in, you musicians.
Yeah. Well, when we first started the Black Arts Movement, we started in Greenwich Village, but Malcolm's murder drove us out of there and made us go uptown to Harlem. And we thought we were trying to create an art that was black in form and content, that represented Afro-American people. Second, we wanted an art that would come out of these little, dens of small-time distance and, actually get into the street or get into the community, get into the black community. And third, we wanted to create an art that would actively help in the black liberation movement.
1967. Sonia Sanchez and myself came in for the first Black Studies program in the United States. Sonia Sanchez, myself, Nathan here, brother named Jimmy Garrett, who was the head of the Black Student Union, and Amiri Douglas, right there, who later got to be the Black Panthers revolutionary artist. He was my stage manager, set designer. That was the chief set designer right there. The first minister of education of the Black Panther Party was an actor, George Murray, who starred in The First Militant Preacher, right? And it's this feel at night. The whole of that acting company, half of them got to be Black Panthers. There was a dude hanging around the door, used to hang around us all the time. He used to say, hey man, I say, look man, you can't hang around the door now. If you want to hang around the door, you got to come in. You know, that's, in those days, all you have to say was the people. That's when the people was a magic word. Say, why don't you do something for the people? His name was Danny Glover. Say, man, don't hang around here all the time, man. Either come in here or get out. I want to check the women, man. Checking the women. You understand? Why don't you do something? But the point is, I mentioned, Amiri, myself, we came to revolution through the arts consciousness. See, we wasn't walking down the street wanting to wipe nobody out. We was in love with beauty and truth.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like Du Bois said, the lover of beauty must become the searcher for truth. After school and on the weekends was when that cooperative production went on. After school, on the weekends, was when that cooperative production went on. What did we talk about? 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 How did we feel? What did we talk about? How did we feel? We talked about America. Old folks talk, me and my sister listen. That's where I learned a lot. That's when I learned about slavery, racism, jealousy. That's when I learned about slavery, race. That's when I learned about slavery, racism. That's when I learned about slavery, racism, jealousy, and greed. It was a master class. Mayonnaise, spiced ham on white bread. And a whole lot of laughing and a whole lot of real teaching, still reaching where it has laid all these years. It was a master class, mayonnaise, spiced ham on white bread, and a whole lot of laughing and a whole lot of real teaching, still reaching where it has laid all these years inside my head. Yeah!
The problem with the Black Arts Repertory Theater School is that the only ideology we had was black. We didn't understand that there was, when you say black, you had black Christians, black Muslims, black nationalists, black communists, black vegetarians, black. So that when we start really talking about what to do over a long period of time, we began to clash because there was different ideologies under that rubric of black. But then, you know, if you understand completely what it is you understand that there's nothing wrong with that if you can make a conscious united front. As long as you think black is some kind of single ideological persuasion, you're gonna clash. But when you find out that it is actually a united front and you're gonna have to struggle with people, right, then that's when you can make some motion, because the united front is what we need. But that's what we were obviously trying to do, use the art as a means of heightening people's consciousness, of creating a kind of true self-consciousness in black people. And so that summer of '65, we sent out 4 trucks every day, one with theater, one with poetry, one with music, and one with paintings. And, we operated, in parks and vacant lots, place streets, side streets, anywhere we could set up, we'd set up the trucks. We had some brothers design stages for us. Actually, there were banquet tables that we would clamp together. We discovered how we could get electric current by plugging into the street lights. At the bottom of the street lights, there are plugs. And so all this was, in the heat of creation. We didn't know any of this, but by trying to do it, we understood. It's always there. If you really trying to tell the truth about what your experience is and what you see, it's going to be more overtly political than people who want to talk about the birds and the bees. But like my wife says, the bourgeoisie own the birds and the bees, so you ain't said nothing, But it's a question of how you can, as you come closer and closer to understand, what can you actually do to help liberate black people.
Ain't it funky? 1, 2, 3, 4.
African consensus says that we have to stay until we agree, until we come to some kind of consensus. The question, let's move this. All in favor of adopting national black agenda as stipulated by the New York motion, please signify by raising your hand.
Here today in this United States of America, built by the dehumanizing institution of slavery, built on the tortured muscles of our forebears, the African diaspora has trumpeted its summons to all of the tribes with a question put forth by Brother Baraka, whose answer alone legitimatizes our collective existence. Brothers and sisters, what time is it? It's nation time. It's nation time for all of the tribes from Boston to Birmingham, Mississippi to Minnesota, San Diego to Seattle, and Galveston to Gary. What time is it? Now that Brother Hatcher and Baraka and Diggs have called the tribes home, the challenge of our coming together is so great until nobody has the right to rob the family of this opportunity to organize political power. But when I look at Imam Baraka,
African people who decided that in order to move this agenda today, that we take the following steps, which I have been commissioned to read to you so that we can get into the body of it.
Right. And editing these things down to myself, Hey. Go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's like the red carpet, revolutionary red carpet.
Oh my God. Marcel, okay.
Without any further ado, Amiri Baraka.